Sharpsburg has 16, Allison has 42, Williams has 8, and the middle school, high school combination has 21. Most of our students that are considered LEP are Hispanic. Their origin is Hispanic. We do have staff members that are at each of these buildings, whether they're splitting their time to meet the needs or whether they're just solely at that one building. Allison has the most out of this group, and so to accommodate that, we have another ESL staff member coming over to support some of those LEP learners.
I went to Allison's open house because I have kids there, I guess. I was alarmed when I went in and the ESL teacher asked me how to explain the PTA to the Hispanic children because she doesn't speak much Spanish. Why did we hire an ESL teacher in a district that is high in Hispanic that speaks French, not Spanish?
Well, she actually did speak Spanish, but she's more fluent in French.
She told me she spoke very little Spanish.
Okay. Nonetheless, the endorsement for ESL teachers is a TESOL endorsement, and that allows you to work with all student populations of all languages.
Both TESOL, which stands for Teachers of English to Speakers of Other Languages website, referenced at the meeting, and the Ohio Department of Education website recommend using the student's native language for maximum results. The Ohio Department of Education states, quote, "If possible, use students' native language as a means to develop necessary concepts," end quote. At the September meeting, Council approved an ordinance changing the zoning for 2 homes on Cortland Avenue from multifamily to general business district. The homes will be torn down and the property will be used to expand the parking garage behind the old Walgreens site. Architect Mark Durkers inquired about the city's setback requirements.
We need to find out what the interpretation is as far as the setbacks on parking. With the straight zoning, it's 40 feet, which can be reduced to 20 with a landscaping island like what we have here. But my interpretation of the zoning code is in a PUD that those setbacks can be varied, basically manipulated or varied to whatever we agree upon with Planning Commission and Council under basically under Section 1155.05 of the zoning code. When we presented this to Planning Commission, there seemed to be some confusion on whether that section of the code applied, and we were going to get an interpretation from the law director, and we have not heard back on that. So I guess I'm looking for direction on who do we ask, who do we get that interpretation from.
Setbacks have long been an issue with residents due to the lack of setbacks on several recent developments. In the last 5 years, Norwood has lost in excess of 140 homes and businesses to new development. Some are asking when enough is enough.
In a perfect world, we would have a business district screened by a nice big green, forest, and we'd have residential on one side and business on the other side. But that's not the city of Norwood, and it's not going to be. I mean, we can't rezone to make that happen. I think that what we're looking at here is a business that wants to secure the future of the tenants that are there, and that's been an important aspect of, I know the mayor's administration and this council is saying, let's make sure that the city of Norwood has a thriving economy and that we've got good tenants in our buildings all up and down Montgomery Road. This business has been there. Dr. Perina has been there for years. We need to do everything we can to make sure that he can keep that structure occupied and going well. It is sort of a catch-22. I did get a call from a couple of different people with concerns about where is that line? Where do we stop tearing down residences to put in a parking lot or to let businesses expand? This is an area that's, Norwood's going to change. Norwood's going to evolve. Hopefully we can backfill in some of these some areas at times with residential, but in this situation I think we do what's best for the community, and that is actually letting a parking lot with landscape go in and move on.
I do have some major concerns, though, about no one knowing what this boundary thing is here. Is it 20 feet? Is it 40 feet? Is it at our discretion? Is it at the building department's discretion? Whose discretion is it? And the planning commission was held on August 7th. Here we are at the end of September, and we still don't know anything. And I think that's really unacceptable, that either the law department or the planning commissioner or whoever needs to make this decision makes this decision and gets back to us. So I really don't feel comfortable with voting with this until it goes, till we get a ruling on it. I will vote for it because we need to get this moving. But I wanted to make those reservations very clear, that I'm very disappointed that we don't have a more clear ruling on what the deal is with this.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Citizens for a Better Norwood is a nonpartisan political action committee established by Norwood residents to inform the community about issues that affect the quality of life for everyone. Our grassroots organization is committed to promoting and increasing the active participation of Norwood residents in all aspects of the political process. Citizens for a Better Norwood meets the fourth Thursday of every month at the Community Center. Everyone is welcome to attend and participate in discussing current issues affecting our city.
The 2003 I-Team report on Norwood Schools district spending is back in the news again. Here with that report is Carmen McKeon.
Thank you, Sherry. The 2003 I-Team investigation touched off a lawsuit that was not completely settled until March of this year.
Who else won't do an interview? The district's public relations consultant. The I-Team found she has a contract that pays her to deal with the media.
She's Judy Groney, the one taking pictures of board members receiving their gifts. Although she has no PR experience, her contract shows the board pays her $3,000 a month.
As we reported in 2003, Ms. Groney, the former public relations consultant for the Norwood City Schools, filed a defamation lawsuit against WCPO-TV and its reporter, Lori Quinlivan. In December of 2005, Judge Davis dismissed the complaint with costs to Ms. Groney. In January of 2006, WCPO filed a motion asking for thousands of dollars in costs incurred. 2 days later, Ms. Groney filed an appeal. In March, Ms. Groney signed a non-confidential release where she agreed to pay $500 to WCPO, agreed that the broadcasts were not actionable in the first place, and agreed to withdraw her appeal if WCPO withdrew its motion for costs. The matter was finally settled in March.
Carmen, did the lawsuit explain why Ms. Groney, who was hired to deal with the media, refused to talk to the reporter?
Our understanding from court records is that the WCPO reporter requested the school district allow them to interview Ms. Groney on camera. The school district refused. In addition, no one at the school district contacted or told Ms. Groney about the request from the I-Team. It appears that the school district intentionally kept Ms. Groney in the dark.
The district no longer has a public relations consultant, is that correct?
That's correct, Sherry.
Thank you, Carmen. In 2003, Cincinnati City Council approved an incentive package giving Convergys the green light for a $125 million world headquarters in downtown Cincinnati. The decision has cost Norwood in excess of $500,000 annually in earning tax revenue. Under the enterprise zone agreement entered into with Convergys in 1996, Convergys would get a 50% discount on personal property taxes and in turn would employ approximately 1,000 full-time and 400 part-time workers at the Norwood site. In 2002, a study showed they had only 724 jobs in Norwood. Convergys has since relocated most of its employment from its facility in Norwood to the city of Cincinnati, and some of the space previously leased by Convergys has been leased by Cincinnati Bell. Last year, the Hamilton County Tax Incentive Review Council recommended reducing the discount for Convergys from 50% to 10%. They also recommended Convergys sign a written agreement with the City of Norwood that Convergys would make up